Spectrum is owned by At&T. So that's At&T openly conducting harassment against the handicapped man in a wheelchair who's been telling you to check and post in 5 for over a decade and has yet to get one. So put those 150,000 subscribers, all of you, check and post in 5. Put the executives' numbers and ask them, what is your part in America's Hijack Lifelines? I tell them you've got their phone. You'd like to know when else your phone won't be allowed to work and why they are conducting harassment techniques to cover up. They can very easily turn that off, and they should. 4 apartment complexes on all sides. John Milton Brady, and that's my contact right there. Certified mail to me, try to call me, 424-229-4140, not 1911 plate 93 check, and 5, or however long you want to take to try to call me. 5 minutes is all it should take. Make that video whatever you get when you don't get me. Those hijacking your calls to me are word enough about that to alter phone records to cover that up. Get Trump's phone gate. Get At&T's phone gate. I just found out today they own Spectrum and are actively conducting harassment techniques, military-style harassment techniques against me, a man in a wheelchair, telling you the truth about your hijack call to me, your stolen mail, and these things just keep reappearing on my phone. That's 2 of them already. That's undamn real. That's At&T conducting harassment. They can turn that noise off, and they're going to back up 50 feet. They ought to. In their own parking lot. That's At&T conducting military-style harassment techniques against the man in a wheelchair who has told you to check your family's lifeline for over a decade, and I've yet to get that first 911 plate 93 check. If you are one of At&T, they own that. One of At&T's 150 million subscribers. You try to call me, Milton, right now, 424-229-4140. You make a video of their hijack lifelines, and then you try to call me up in front of them, and you get their reaction to their lifelines not working. Do you want to know why your At&T bill is so damn high? At&T's got to use a lot of their resources to conduct religious, political, and business censorship. You can't reach me right now, 424-229-4140. That is America's Hijack Lifelines, our hijacked livelihoods as well. Whatever boring thing you get, phone ringing, error message, visit signal, it's not going to be boring if you need the firemen to place paramedics. So make that video of America's Hijack Lifelines, call up At&T CEO, whoever is an executive there, and don't forget the generals telling At&T how to conduct harassment techniques. They can turn that off. And they don't need to be, they got plenty of places to meet. They don't need to meet here with 4 apartment complexes on either side. Here At&T's Spectrum conducting lifeline censorship and harassment of the man telling you about your lifeline being hijacked. If you're one of the 150 million At&T subscribers, you check your lifeline, your family's lifeline right now, because that's their character. Taunting a man in a wheelchair when they can very easily turn off that noise. It's a part of the general's military-style harassment for the man in the wheelchair. So call up those generals and ask them, what do you know about John Milton Brady asking for a 93 check for a decade and not getting one? When else will my family's lifeline not be allowed to work because of what you're actively taking apart? And they don't know what a 911 Flight 93 check is. They're involved or they're incompetent. Get on video. Remember when you hear a truck, and we had a FedEx truck in that place, much bigger than that, and it didn't make a sound as it backed up. They can turn that off. They do turn that off to let me know that it's intentional, from Randall Stevenson and At&T, that own Spectrum, conducting harassment techniques against the man who's been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for over a decade and has yet to get that first. That's a lot of those 150 million folks who pay At&T their salaries. That's a lot of them making videos of their lifelines not working because of what Randall is doing with Spectrum. And you know he's not just doing it here. Make that video of your call to At&T asking why they are actively conducting harassment techniques against a man in a wheelchair, and why your family's lifeline is not allowed to work when you try to call me. 424-229-4140. When else will your family's lifeline not be allowed to work because of Russell's censorship? Oh yes, he does have Semper Fi, the World Trade Center fire engine image. That's the World Trade Center fire engine responding fire engine behind me, and I've been asking for 9/11 Flight 93 checks for over a decade. And yes, I believe that was a black and white police helicopter. Make that video of America's hijacked lifelines. You trying to call me in front of At&T's Randall Stevenson. Oh, it's an easy name to remember. I had someone I went to school with that last name. Make that video of your hijack call to me in front of Randall via speakerphone or in person. When else will my phone not be allowed to work because of what you're actively taking part in? And yes, every time you hear Spectrum backing up, that's Randall using military-style harassment techniques against the man in a wheelchair who you can't reach by phone, with 150 million folks paying Randall for that lifeline in their hand, his phone. Make that video, post that video, come see me, and don't forget to call Randall up. And yeah, come see me in person, have Whitwell Travel show me that perfect place to build Jesus' immaculate house here on earth. That's the religious censorship that Randall's actively taking part in every time you hear that harassment noise from Spectrum. A small part of At&T. Make that video, post that video, come see me in person, tell me about that perfect place to build one of those 1,000 points of light to inspire the future and the present greatness with. I'm Milton, son of a carpenter, married, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom, Marianne, I'm the son of a carpenter. I get to tell parables. I give you truth about America's hijacked lifelines. I just found out some truth. At&T owns Spectrum, who's taking an active part in hijacking America's lifelines because they are taunting me, a man in a wheelchair, who's been asking you for over a decade. They own Spectrum. They're conducting that military-style harassment techniques, the same as taunting with this. That's just with this folder. Videos disappearing off the phone. Videos replaced on the phone. We have a lot of folks with high-tech toys playing in Eagle Rock, and you need to call up At&T. If you are one of 150 million people who pay At&T for phone service, you call me up right now. Try to. Those hijacking your calls to me are wording up about their treasonous crimes to alter phone records to cover them up. You get that on video. 424-229-4140. You got Hussein's, Trump's, the Mormons, and At&T's phone gate. Better include the military. Because if you call up a general, any officer, and he doesn't know anything about the man who's been asking for 93 checks with tons of imagery, tons of videos, and hasn't gotten one, if that general doesn't know what a 93 check, a Flight 93 check of American Lifelines is, he's a fucking traitor. Or he's damn incompetent. You take your pick. Semper Fi, aim high, fly, fight, win. Take out those damn traitors in high places in the military for those kids. That's your family's lifeline, not allowed to work when you try to call me. And not knowing when else they won't be allowed to work. At&T and the military taking an active part in that. We need to do some damn house cleaning. I guess he's waiting to find out when to start backing up.